What's up guys, Bajheera here, bringing you some 3v3 arena commentary. In these games, we're going to be playing as a Warrior, Warlock, Shaman, and we're going to be facing Warrior, Paladin, Frost Mage twice. And something that might interest you guys about this particular team is that it's healed by Sacredheals, who's definitely, one of my biggest inspirations in terms of starting up this whole YouTube channel thing. So it was really exciting to play him in arena, and we got some epic footage out of it. So what we're going to do is, against Frost Mage teams, we found that it's really effective to dot up that Warlock pet. I mean, not dot up the Mage pet and kill it right off the bat. It limits a lot of their CC and stuff, so, that's what we did, and looks like he didn't really notice yet. Though that Warrior popped wreck, so we went over there and hit the Warrior for a little bit. I'm going to pop a wreck and Blade Storm as much as I can before I get disarmed by their Warrior. The Mage blinks. I'm going to stay on the Mage. He gets freedom, but it gets hexed at the same time, so he's not able to throw off Ice Lance or anything, but I want to be on that Mage. That's what I'm going to do. I get deep frozen. The Mage looks like he doesn't hit me at first, and then switches to me. I'm going to hit the Warrior just because that's what I can hit. With Warrior, Warlock, Shaman, switching is your friend. You just spread dots around and switch whenever you feel like it. So, I charge the Mage blinks away. He gets a polymorph from my Shaman, which the Shaman trinkets that. And I'm thinking, I really want to hit this Mage, but I can't quite get to him, so, why not kill that Water Elemental again? Guys, what the Water Elemental can do, it can throw off little Novas and stuff, which can be chained into deep freezes, a little bit extra damage. It's just annoying as hell, and some mages get frustrated when you kill their pet, which, for me, that's a good enough reason. If it pisses a mage off, then I'm going to do it. So, it also just helps your team win. So, I'm going to pop my Apparatus of Khaz'goroth on this mage, try to get some damage on him, trying to keep up Demo Shout and Thunderclap as Boxy continues to remind me on my videos. Thanks, man. That's a good tip, and I'm using it well. So this mage gets so low, we can't get the kill on him. So he ice blocks. I'm going to go ahead and shatter that. Sacred has bubbled at this point. The Warrior's laying into my Warlock, just training him. I'm about to get ringed. I trinket the ring because I don't feel like sitting in a ring, and I don't want to make my Shaman have to use a global to dispel me. So I'm just training. I'm training their caster while their Warrior's training my caster. And I'm going to go over there and Thunderclap that Warrior. Try to hit this Mage some more. Getting good damage on him. Sacred, my Shaman was talking about Sacred all match about how good how well he LOSs things. So Sacred's an awesome player and somebody I really look up to. So like I said, it's really exciting to play him and, spoiler alert, to beat him. So here's where we get the kill set up. I Blade Storm out of that Nova, cleaving off the Warrior and the Mage. The Mage is going to get his little sprint thingy, but no! You got full dots on you. We got Sacred probably sitting on some CC, and we score the kill. I don't want to rewind it and find out what Sacred had to eat, but what I will do is give him a little salute, finish off Pip Swords, and relish in our victory. So that was a really fun game, and really exciting to beat Sacred. So I'm not going to cut this short. Sacred, you're a beast, and I'm not showing this to brag or gloat about beating Sacred, but he is a really, really good player and somebody I look up to, so it's always exciting to beat people that you look up to and that you've watched on YouTube in the past. So here's the second game against him. Same comp, same teams, different map. Pretty much the same strat. Like I said, we like to kill that Water Elemental. So I think that's what we're going to do. He sends his pet in to go start dispelling and stuff. His poor little puppy is probably going to get globaled over there. But, that's what you got to do. Sacred's spamming his exorcism on the little guy so he can't crit, and then it's like, oh, hey, Mage. Didn't expect to see you here. But we get him out. I go immediately on the Water Elemental. I figured that Sacred might have figured out what our strat is here. So I'm just going to Blade Storm, cleave off everything to get a little bit of damage on everybody. Cleaving off the Mage's images. And it looks like the pet is getting a little bit of heals. So I charge over there. Focus Charge, Focus Fear, Sacred Heals just to get this pet dead. And then immediately switch back onto the Mage. Pummel that Polymorph. Get some debuffs going. Get some Demo Shout up. I pop Wreck here just because I'm like a scrub. But, I do want to get damage on this Mage. So I hit him pretty hard right there. Get him down to about half health. Get peeled a little bit. And almost score the kill again. So, same thing. You pop Wreck, go to town. The Mage gets low. He ice blocks. I shatter it. Get right back on him. Pop my Trinket of Khaz'goroth. I can't get to him at this point. And he's just going to ring me. So all I'm going to do is turn around, and get some debuffs and hit this Warrior a little bit. Because, these matches aren't really as good of an example of how much switching that we should be doing as a Warlock, Warrior, Shaman. But against the Mage with his Water Elemental dead, like if you kill somebody's pet, you might as well train him because you know that pet's giving them utility that they have now lost by having that pet be dead. So now at this point, Sacred is healing the pet. So we might actually have to CC Sacred in order to get the pet dead. So, kill the pet. Now we can switch on this mage again. This is a longer match, guys. This is a little bit drawn out. We've faced each other once. We know what we are doing, and they play this well because they're good players. So I get stuck in a Nova, get the cleanse. No, maybe not get a cleanse. Again, I get polymorphed, having to sit in this polymorph, but my shaman's having to keep constant heals on my warlock in order to keep him up. Looks like my warlock's gonna try to jump down here pretty soon. I'm just going to hit the mage because, you know, as a warrior, there's only so much you can do to peel, and if you just completely lay off the damage, then you are not doing your job. So, my warlock jumps down. He soul harvests to full, so now he's back up here with full soul shards, full health and everything. I get Sacred and an improved hamstring for probably no reason at all. Decide to Blade Storm out of this Nova, get some good damage on this mage. At this point, we coil the mage. I pop my Trinket of Khaz'garath here. Well, no, I guess not yet, but I'm getting good damage on this mage. He charges down. He jumps down. I charge after him. Their whole team comes down here with us. Now we've got them in pretty good position. I could potentially overextend at this point, and I might, but I reflect. Looks like a Frostbolt and the Deep Freeze. So it looks like he had to trinket that or something, get cleansed out of it by Sacred with his Asian Dispel. But now the mage has to Ice Block, and I'm switching off to the warrior. So we're getting, very little damage on the warrior. We're hitting him, keeping damage flowing, but it's not really getting him low or anything. I pop Retail, try to run after him. The warlock gets a fear on him, and at this point, things are looking all right for us, but I am starting to take some damage, and we do not want to let them get offensive again. So I'm sitting in a deep freeze, sitting about half health, go down to about 50k health, and now see a polymorph coming. The polymorph goes off of my shaman. I'm having to start popping shield wall, playing really defensive, trying to stay away from the warrior, getting a disarm on the warrior. My warlock's calling for a switch to Sacred here, and I'm like, really? I don't know about that, but he wants to try it, so I'm going to Blade Storm out of this. He gets bopped, of course. So they switch to our shaman at this point, and he starts taking a lot of damage, which is really scary because a mage and a warrior can global somebody if they get, their damage flowing. So I hop over to the mage, try to get on him, and it's at this point that my warlock wants to switch to Sacred. Sacred bubbles, though, and I'm like, oh, nary. Looks like the warrior's going to jump down and get a freedom. Both the warrior and mage are just stacking on top of me. I throw down the mage, try to get some damage on him. Warrior's just beating the crap out of me. My warlock is spreading his dots around, although my shaman is keeping us both up, which is excellent. Nobody's really that low on health on the map right now. The water elemental comes back, so we're going to go ahead and kill that water ellie again. Sacred's way over there. He has to run over here, can't quite save the water elemental, but we can switch on to the mage again. So we get on the mage. He's taking extra damage. Well, not extra damage, taking quite a bit of damage. The dots are ticking. I get peeled. I'm going to switch on to Pipstores for a second, disarm him at least. All right, finally, here's where he's calling for the switch. I run over to him. I don't have a throwdown, so I can't get him. Sacred sprints away. I hit the warrior for a second. I'm like, all right, you still want to stay on him? He's like, nah, go on mage. So Sacred's doing his beast LOSing that he's known for, and I'm getting back on the mage. He gets, locked out by my warlock. I'm going to Blade Storm this. I don't want to be eating any Novas. I don't want to be slowed down or stunned or anything. I just want to get at least some consistent damage on this mage. They all go back up. Sacred's having to run back up the thing. I'm getting beast damage on this mage. He's getting really low. Sacred's not able to heal through it. He gets counterspelled right there. Or when he gets hexed. And in that period of time, after when he has to eat that hex, the warlock dots tick hard enough. I get a little bit extra damage, and his mage goes down. So those were two very, very fun games against Sacred. They were scary, let me tell you. Sacred's a beast, and it was an honor to play against him. Thanks for watching, guys. I've seen the comments that you guys want more commentaries on this channel, and I'm more than happy to bring them to you. It's just easier to post just the Skype call, but I'm gonna do my best to bring you more commentaries in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.